Attention passionate New York Giants fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on New York Giants' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true New York Giants fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and New York Giants fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. This is one of those moments that could reshape the landscape of the NFC East. And for Giants fans, it's a story that's just starting to unfold. So buckle up, because what we're about to dive into could be a game changer for the Giants' offense, for their future, and even for their chances at a deep playoff run. Recently, the Giants made a bold move in the trade market, acquiring Jerry Jeudy from the Denver Broncos. Yes, you heard that right. Jeudy, a player many consider one of the most explosive route runners in the league, is now a part of the Giants family. And this isn't just a splashy trade for the sake of headlines. It's a strategic move that could elevate the Giants' offensive game to a whole new level. Let's talk about the player himself. Jerry Jeudy, the 82, the Pro Bowl 2024 wide receiver, has been a standout since entering the league. In his career, he's amassed over 300 receiving yards with an average of 14 yards per catch and a catch rate of nearly 63%. That's pretty impressive, especially considering the type of explosive plays he's known for. Jeudy's route running is second to none, quick, precise, and with a burst that makes defenders look silly at times. In 2024, he already showed flashes of his talent with 6 games played, 28 receptions, 343 yards, and 2 touchdowns. While he suffered a knee injury in Week 5 that sidelined him briefly, he's shown no signs of slowing down when healthy. His yards after catch, or YAC, average around 4 yards per reception, which is solid, particularly given his ability to turn short catches into big gains. What makes Jeudy such a valuable addition? Well, it's not just his speed, although he's quite fast, with a career average of 3.8 YAC per reception and 15 broken tackles. It's his ability to stretch defenses and open up the field. If you think about the Giants' offense last season, they lacked that true deep threat after losing Sterling Shepard and battling injuries to other receivers. With Jeudy now in the mix, the Giants gain a player who can consistently threaten defenses deep, stretching safeties, and creating more space underneath for players like Darius Slayton or even tight ends. His projected yards for this season could skyrocket to around 950 yards, with an increase of about 8 touchdowns. That's a significant boost, and it could push the Giants' scoring average to around 24 points per game, a number that could turn some close losses into wins and elevate the team's overall offensive efficiency. And let's not forget the impact on the quarterback. Daniel Jones, who's been evolving nicely, now has a receiver who can capitalize on his throws, especially in those crucial third-and-long situations. Jeudy's EPA per pass, which measures how much a receiver adds to the team's expected points, is around plus 0.32 this season, indicating he's a positive factor in the offense. His ability to make contested catches and win those deep routes adds a new dimension to the Giants' passing game, which has been somewhat predictable at times. With Jeudy, the Giants can diversify their attack, making it harder for defenses to key in on Saquon Barkley or Darius Slayton alone. Now, what about the reasoning behind this trade? The Broncos, sitting at 1-5 so far in the season and struggling with a defense that's giving up over 25 points per game, decided to sell high. They're clearing cap space, about $10 million, to rebuild, especially considering their worries about Chet Sink's EPA pass at minus 0.12. They're also dealing with draft challenges, having accumulated draft picks after a rough patch. Meanwhile, the Giants, with a cap space of around $18 million, are looking to bolster their roster for a playoff push, especially after a disappointing start to 2024. Adding Jeudy, who posted over 0 yards in 2024, is a clear message. They want to be serious contenders again. This move also has significant implications for the NFC East. The Giants, with Jeudy's addition, are now better positioned to challenge the Eagles and the Cowboys. The division has been competitive, with the Eagles leading the pack and the Cowboys lurking behind. But the Giants adding a player like Jeudy could be the catalyst they need to leapfrog some of their rivals. They could be looking at a scenario where their offense becomes one of the most dynamic in the league, capable of putting up 24 or even 27 points on a regular basis. That's huge when you consider the tight battles expected in the NFC this year. For the fans, it's an exciting time. You've seen how the Giants' offense has struggled at times, especially with injuries and inconsistency at the wide receiver position. Now, with Jeudy in the fold, the hope is that the Giants will unlock a more explosive, more balanced attack. Imagine the possibilities. Daniel Jones connecting with Jeudy deep, creating big chunk plays, forcing defenses to stay honest, and opening up more opportunities for Barkley and Slayton underneath. It's a recipe that could turn the season around, especially if Jeudy can stay healthy after that knee injury in Week 5. But let's also address the skeptics. Some say that trading a third-round pick in 2026 is a gamble, that Jeudy's injury history and the current questions about his EPA pass raise some concerns. And they're not wrong. Nothing is guaranteed in the NFL. However, the Giants are clearly betting on Jeudy's talent, his speed, and his ability to be a difference maker. Plus, with the team's coaching staff, led by Brian Daboll, known for maximizing the potential of their players, there's a good chance Jeudy could hit the ground running. The Giants are also hoping that his YAC ability and deep threat potential will complement the existing offensive weapons, creating a more multi-dimensional attack that defenses will find hard to contain. Looking ahead, the projection for Jeudy's impact is pretty clear. If he hits around 950 yards and adds about 8 touchdowns, that alone would make this trade a huge win for the Giants. It's like injecting fresh speed and explosiveness into an offense that has been somewhat predictable at times. Plus, his deep route separation, about 17 yards compared to other receivers, means he can consistently beat defenders deep, creating those big play opportunities that keep defenses honest and open up the field for everyone else. And let's talk about the big picture. The Giants are now positioning themselves as a team that can truly challenge the division, especially with their improved offense. If Daniel Jones can continue his upward trajectory and develop more chemistry with Jeudy, the Giants could become a serious playoff threat. The odds for a Super Bowl appearance, which were around plus 5,000 earlier in the season, could tighten to plus 3,000 with this move if they start winning more consistently, and Jeudy proves to be the difference maker. He's a real X-factor, and in a division where every game is crucial, having that kind of weapon can be the difference between missing the playoffs and making a deep run. Now, taking a step back and looking at the bigger picture, the Browns might be doubting this move, especially given their current struggles. Selling Jeudy for a third-round pick and freeing up cap space signals that they're prioritizing their rebuild and perhaps looking to the future rather than immediate results. The Browns, after a rough start, are clearly in a phase of reevaluation, trying to fix their defense, which is leaking points, and balancing their cap. Meanwhile, the Giants are seizing the opportunity, making a bold statement that they're here to compete now, not just in a couple of years. To sum it all up, this trade is a game changer for the Giants. It's a move that shows they're serious about competing at the highest level and that they're willing to make bold decisions to upgrade their roster. Jeudy's talent, combined with the Giants' coaching and strategic vision, could mark the beginning of a new chapter, one where they're not just trying to sneak into the playoffs but aiming higher, perhaps even challenging for a Super Bowl in the near future. The NFC East, as competitive as ever, just got a little more interesting, and Giants fans should be excited about what this means for the rest of the season. So, what do you guys think? Are you hyped about Jeudy's arrival? Do you believe this move will propel the Giants to new heights? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion matters so much to us and to this team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more insights into your New York Giants. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and let's keep that Giants spirit alive.